Many people mistake the Sigma male for a loner, assuming he's weak or uncertain. But that's exactly what he wants you to think. He's not lost. He's calculating. He's not silent. He's observing. Every move, every word, every reaction, he sees it all while revealing nothing. While others seek validation, the Sigma moves in silence, staying steps ahead of the game. He doesn't crave attention or approval, and that's what makes him unpredictable. He's not aggressive, but when challenged, he strikes with precision. His mind is his greatest weapon, his patience his deadliest strategy. Sigma males don't conform to society's expectations. They create their own rules. They may seem composed, but there's an intensity beneath the surface that makes them a serious force to reckon with. Here are 7 reasons why Sigma males can be extremely dangerous. Number 1, the mystique of the unknown. People naturally fear what they cannot understand, and Sigma males embody that enigma. Unlike most people who seek validation through constant communication and social conformity, the Sigma operates in silence. He doesn't announce his plans, doesn't seek approval, and certainly doesn't crave attention. This ability to move unnoticed, to exist as a ghost in the system, makes others uneasy. Why? Because uncertainty breeds fear. Throughout history, the most feared figures were never the loudest ones. They were the silent strategists, the lone wolves, the ones who operated in shadows. Think about spies, assassins, or legendary warriors. Their true strength was not just their skills, but the unpredictability of their actions. No one could predict their next move, and that is what made them dangerous. The modern world thrives on control. Social structures, media, and even relationships are built around predictability. People want to know who you are, what you think, and how you'll react. But when someone refuses to play by those rules, they become a threat to the system. A Sigma male is unpredictable because he doesn't conform to society's expectations. He walks his own path, guided by his own rules. That unpredictability forces people to second-guess themselves around him. They don't know his strengths, his plans, or how much influence he truly has. And that mystery alone is enough to make others uneasy. Number 2, total independence is threatening. Sigma males don't crave validation, and that alone makes them a rare breed. While alphas assert dominance and betas seek group acceptance, Sigmas exist outside this hierarchy, operating on their own terms. They don't need recognition, admiration, or approval to feel complete. They simply are. And that in itself is a power that shakes the foundation of society. Why? Because the world thrives on control. Social structures are designed to keep people in line, whether through peer pressure, corporate ladders, or expectations in relationships. People are conditioned to seek approval, to measure their worth based on external validation. But what happens when someone refuses to participate in this game? They become an enigma, a disruptor, a force that cannot be controlled. This is why Sigma males make people uncomfortable. Their independence defies conventional expectations. When a man doesn't seek permission to live life on his own terms, it frustrates those who rely on social hierarchies to maintain their own sense of importance. Sigmas don't rebel for attention. They simply don't need the system. They know their worth, and because of that, they're impossible to manipulate. Their presence alone challenges the idea that power comes from status. For a Sigma, power comes from self-sufficiency, and that's why they're unstoppable. Number 3. Psychological superiority. Sigma males don't waste energy on pointless battles, and that's precisely what makes them powerful. While others are busy proving themselves, seeking validation, or engaging in ego-driven conflicts, Sigmas remain focused on what truly matters. They understand that real power doesn't come from winning arguments. It comes from knowing when to engage and when to walk away. This ability to detach from unnecessary conflict stems from their high emotional intelligence. Sigmas don't let their emotions dictate their decisions. Instead, they analyze situations objectively, using logic and strategy to navigate challenges. Whether in business, relationships, or social settings, this mindset allows them to stay ahead while others get caught up in distractions. One of the most underestimated traits of a Sigma is patience. They don't rush into decisions or react impulsively. Instead, they observe, calculate, and strike when the time is right. This makes them unpredictable and therefore dangerous to those who try to manipulate or challenge them. while others let their emotions push them into bad decisions. Sigmas remain composed, ensuring every move they make is intentional and impactful. At the core of it all, a Sigma male's strength lies in his ability to control what most people cannot, their emotions and reactions. And in a world where people are quick to engage in meaningless battles, the one who stays in control always wins. Number 4. Sigmas expose the weaknesses in others. The Sigma male doesn't have to utter a single word to make an impact. His mere presence challenges the people around him, not because he tries to, but because his self-sufficiency shines a light on their insecurities. In a world where so many rely on validation, approval, and attention, the Sigma's quiet independence is like a mirror reflecting what others lack. This is why people often criticize what they secretly admire. Instead of acknowledging their own dependency on social validation, they lash out at the Sigma, labeling him as cold, arrogant, or even toxic. But deep down, their frustration isn't with him, it's with themselves. His ability to thrive alone, to make decisions without needing reassurance, and to be content in his own company exposes how much they rely on the opinions of others. Think about it. Society conditions people to seek approval. From childhood, we're taught to be likable, to fit in, and to measure success by how much recognition we receive. But the Sigma refuses to play this game. He doesn't seek applause, and that, ironically, is what makes him stand out even more. His independence forces people to question their own dependence. It unsettles them because it highlights the uncomfortable truth. True confidence doesn't need an audience. Number 5, they can walk away from anything. A man who cannot be controlled is a man who cannot be broken. And that's precisely what makes Sigma males so powerful. They are untamed, unshackled by society's expectations, and unwilling to be confined by the invisible chains that hold most people back. In a world where attachment dictates behavior, where people chase status, wealth, validation, and even relationships for a sense of self-worth, the Sigma stands apart. He walks his own path, not because he's trying to rebel, but because he understands a fundamental truth. Attachment breeds control. Think about it. When someone is deeply attached to a job, a title, or even another person, they become vulnerable. Their actions are dictated by fear, the fear of losing what they have, and that fear makes them easy to manipulate. Employers dangle promotions like bait. Society pressures individuals to conform, and relationships become transactional, where affection is given in exchange for submission. But Sigmas, they don't play that game. A Sigma male's power lies in his ability to detach. He values relationships, but he's not dependent on them. He enjoys success, but he's not defined by it. He can appreciate material wealth, but he's not enslaved by the need for it. This detachment gives him an unshakable sense of freedom, one that most people can't even comprehend. If a situation no longer serves his growth, if a job, a friendship, or a relationship begins to limit him, he walks away, no guilt, no hesitation, no need for external validation. And that right there, that's the kind of power that sends shockwaves through a world addicted to attachment. It frustrates those who seek to control him, confuses those who rely on manipulation, and intrigues those who crave freedom but don't know how to claim it. A Sigma male is not reckless. He doesn't abandon things impulsively. Instead, he calculates, evaluates, and makes a deliberate decision when it's time to move on. This ability to let go is not weakness. It's strength in its purest form. That's the world respects, a man who can walk away, because it signals self-sufficiency. It tells everyone watching that he does not negotiate his values. He does not beg for acceptance, and he does not fear standing alone. That's why Sigmas remain an enigma, because a man who cannot be controlled is a man who cannot be broken. Number 6, Sigmas attract without trying. The irony of the Sigma male is that while he actively avoids attention, he ends up attracting it effortlessly. There's something magnetic about a man who moves through life with quiet confidence, unbothered by the need for validation. Unlike those who chase approval, constantly seeking recognition from peers or romantic interests, the Sigma exists in his own world, focused on his goals, personal growth, and self-mastery. And that's precisely what makes him so intriguing. Women find Sigma males irresistible because they embody mystery and independence. Unlike the typical alpha male who thrives on dominance and external validation, The Sigma doesn't seek to impress. He simply is. This self-assured nature sparks curiosity. A woman might ask herself, why isn't he trying to win me over? Why is he so comfortable being alone? This absence of neediness makes him stand out from the crowd. A Sigma doesn't pursue, he attracts. His ability to remain detached yet deeply self-aware creates an aura of challenge and exclusivity that naturally piques interest. Men, on the other hand, have a split reaction to the Sigma's presence. Some admire his independence and ability to thrive outside of the social hierarchy. These men recognize the Sigma's discipline, intelligence, and emotional control as qualities worth emulating. They may even try to learn from him, adopting his habits of self-reliance and silent confidence. Others, however, resent him. The men who rely on social status, bravado, or external validation feel threatened by the Sigma's existence. He is proof that power and influence don't require loud displays of dominance or constant reassurance from others. In competitive environments, whether in the workplace, social circles, or dating scenes, this paradox creates frustration for those who believe attention must be earned through effort. A Sigma male walks into a room, minds his business, and yet people are drawn to him. The more he remains detached from the noise of the world, the more others feel compelled to figure him out. His lack of need for external approval makes him unpredictable and, in turn, incredibly desirable. This is the power of the Sigma male. His strength lies in his ability to command attention without demanding it. He remains an enigma, one that people can't help but be fascinated by. Number 7. The silent strategist. While many people react impulsively to situations, Sigmas are always thinking several steps ahead. They understand the intricacies of human psychology in a way that allows them to navigate social, professional, and personal situations with unmatched precision. Rather than acting on emotion or impulsiveness, Sigmas process information calmly and strategically, factoring in not just the immediate situation, but the potential consequences of every move. They know that every action creates a ripple effect, so they are deliberate in their decisions, ensuring each step they take is one that will benefit them in the long run. What truly sets a Sigma male apart is their ability to observe, analyze, and adapt to the constantly changing dynamics of life. While others might be stuck in outdated mindsets or swayed by emotional reactions, Sigmas constantly evolve their thinking, adjusting to the new information and circumstances around them. This flexibility gives them an edge over others who get bogged down by conventional wisdom or societal expectations. A Sigma isn't just playing the game. He's rewriting the rules. He doesn't conform to the established norms or follow traditional paths. Instead, he carves out his own way, often defying expectations and taking unconventional approaches that others might overlook. This makes him not only unpredictable but also incredibly difficult to outsmart. He doesn't operate on the same level as those around him. He's on an entirely different playing field. What makes this even more dangerous is that Sigmas are rarely motivated by ego or the need for validation. They are driven by their own internal compass, which keeps them grounded in their objectives. This combination of strategic thinking, emotional control, and an unwillingness to follow the crowd is what makes Sigmas not just effective, but formidable. They can outmaneuver, outthink, and outperform almost anyone, all while rewriting the game with every move they make. So Sigmas, now you know. Your power doesn't come from dominance or validation. It comes from your ability to exist without permission. And that makes you unstoppable. If you found this video insightful, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and join the Sigma community. Keep applying these qualities, keep evolving, and keep making an impact. Having said this,